Hi, my name is Hooriya and I teach biology, English, and chemistry. Everybody says this, but I think it's something that you have to recognize for yourself, but you can't do well in all these things you're trying to do without taking care of yourself. You need to actively give yourself breaks. But I think the largest thing I realized, especially through my undergrad, was giving myself active breaks. I found that I was constantly working and I was involved in a lot of extracurriculars. So all my time was either towards volunteering or clubs or working. And there were times when I procrastinated or I got distracted, but I found that this wasn't planned active time I was going to be spending with my friends or going out or doing something fun. Those moments were still filled with guilt for not working. And so I didn't properly let myself relax, whereas I could have scheduled in some time to hang out with my friends or go do something fun, actively had that time slot and been able to get the same amount of work done, but been able to unwind and focus on myself a bit and focus on these other priorities. I think doing that is super important because it actively gives your brain a break and lets you properly focus on your work and perform better, especially in 12th grade when looking at university programs. As opposed to just looking at the first year programs when you're trying to figure things out, I would take it a step further. And most of these programs usually have specializations and kind of branches. So to do some research onto those individual programs, and then when you go to these university websites, oftentimes they'll have pages where they include alumni or they include potential career paths. So I think that's one avenue. Another thing is a lot of places now do have workshops and seminars, things like that with different career pathways. Listening to actual people's experiences is a great way to figure out what's out there, especially because you might relate to them a lot and you can see the points at which they realize they might want to or not want to do something and the things they discovered about themselves along the way. You might save yourself some time. You're not going to benefit much from tutoring if you're not able to ask questions or maybe speak up if something doesn't make sense to you. And a large part of that is obviously two-way communication between both yourself and your tutor. But at the same time, I think it should be someone you feel comfortable with to actively speak out. When I tutor, I always say to interrupt me at any point because I want to know immediately if you're not following me so we can change it up so I can adapt to what suits you. If students are taking time to spend time with me, they're busy, they're stressed. I want it to actually lead to growth and lead to something beneficial as opposed to just be a waste of their hour or two.